Buddy, I got a question for you.
Okay.
So, or the man under the buddy.
Okay.
So what's your favorite character to play?
It's shady. It can't beat the original one, that's for sure.
So why didn't you bring him?
Why didn't I bring him? Because there was a lot of luggage. In all actuality, that is the case. Immediately before this, I actually flew here from Los Angeles on a business trip, so it would have been tough to bring all that stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Other questions? Questions from the audience? Anybody? Come on.
Mine?
I know there's some questions. All right, you.
Hey, buddy, are you going to be out to dance tonight?
Sure!
Woo!
All right, now a deeper question.
Hey, buddy, are you going to be at the dance Touche! Well played.
Do you want me to put the bass up for that question?
No, I want you to drop it!
So I got a question for you two. Do you have any questions for the wonderful people at Wild Nights?
Jimmy Wolf.
Wait.
What?
What's happening?
You're on?
I see that.
Looking into the lights directly ahead and goes, what am I doing?
Yes, exactly.
Why am I on stage?
Yes.
If you want the lights brighter, they can be brighter.
Can
No,
they really?
for the love of God.
How much do you value your...
He's like, so to 11!
Actually, I have a question.
Ooh,
Can I ask a
question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a question for
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
So you say you've done venues, right?
I have
perform. Do you have a favorite one that you've done? One that you liked a lot?
Good question.
Are you asking my favorite venue or my favorite performance?
Both.
Both. Yes.
Yeah!
Okay. Favorite venue. I'll do performance first. I think the best performance I've had solo was at MFN last year. It went fantastic. I actually had a really good turnout, and there were little to no mess ups. It went really great. And I sold a lot of albums that MFM. So that was awesome. My favorite venue that I've ever played. Wild Nights. Of course. This is not a bad setup,
actually.
actually.
It back. I'm just saying. Say Wild Nights.
Yeah. No, this isn't a bad setup, and I'm actually hoping that this is going to be my best turnout because it's the first time I've ever been GOH of anything. So that'll be cool. So please come.
About time.
I know, right?
But besides Wild Nights, what is your favorite venue?
I think probably my favorite venue to play was one that doesn't exist anymore. It was the Rally Point, and it was in Memphis. And it was this seedy, shitty little bar. Oh my
Shady.
God.
That's
They
what
had,
you're going
like-
to say. Shady.
No, it was shady, seedy,
Little kid's
and
not here, you
shitty.
can say
Like,
No, he's not saying the S word.
bathrooms
This is a
were not,
family affair.
you know,
It's
it was
a family affair.
So
Yeah,
what happened to the venue? Did it just close down?
well. Let's just put it this way. 6 months before it closed down, the police were like, "We're going to close that place down."
Oh my.
After about 1 or 2 in the morning, people would come in and do drugs. They did underage drinking.
Suddenly there's five more people outside just suddenly interested.
Yeah, so there was lots of illegal activity there after hours, and there was people the people with drugs had nothing to do with it. They just went there to sell them. Like they had nothing to do with the rally point. That's just where they went. But then there was the underage drinking, which was a big problem.
You've also had some pretty awesome shows with your traveling band before.
I
Like
have.
a couple years ago at RCFM when you blew the roof off the building.
That was a lot of fun.
Wait. What? How did you blow the roof up?
I don't think I literally...
Not literal.
Not literally.
Oh, I thought he called down the tornado.
That was about 19 years ago. I'm just saying.
It was just like, it was the first time I've been with the band in a long time, and we just played loud and fast. I think it was a lot of fun. Everyone had fun just going there. And then the next MFM, we tried to pull it together again, and it worked out okay. we had a better drummer that time. Although, see, because what happened with RCFM is we didn't have a drummer, so someone who plays guitar came in and kept tempo with us. And he is fantastic. He's not like a professional drummer, so it was awesome for him to come and do that. But then we had a professional drummer for MFM, and that was pretty cool.
All right, new question.
This is for Buddy.
Hi.
So, Buddy, when it's time to retire that suit, is that going to be the end of the character, or are you just going to have him remade, or are you going to create a new character after that?
Oh my goodness.
Good question.
That is a good question.
Good question.
Jimmy Wolf and Greylock would know this. I'm not one to actually retire suits. The original JD is still kicking strong. Really raggedy, but still kicking strong. So I imagine I'll get a good shelf life out of this, and then we'll see what happens.
I can attest that the original JD suit is really smelly.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
It's true. So that actually will be the first challenge for me is
washing a suit.
No, that's been done many times. Is what to do when the original JD retires, because although the clones have been running around, I actually don't own them anymore. So
Wait, you have clones of JD?
yes. So the original thought behind making multiple suits of JD is exactly that. I wanted to be able to rebirth the character in case the old one needed to go away. And it never was used for that purpose. I ended up being like, oh, copy the costume as well. And Jimmy Wolf actually was the very first one that doubled with me. And it caused a lot of confusion and mayhem at conventions all around the country. Yep.
Awesome.
So had made that clone and then had made another version of it where I was testing out a different construction style. Oh, because except for Buddy, I had built all the costumes that I owned. So, yeah. I'm
You
a
build
fursuit.
fursuits?
I am a fursuit builder.
So
Yep.
you're saying I might take commissions at this conference?
I've got a lot of fur I need to use. Yep.
So there you
Oh,
go.
if you need a fursuit, to JD.
But obviously I didn't build Buddy, but I built every other component except the head and the feet. So, yep. I don't know what I'm going to do when I retire, Buddy. No.
Will it be a happy or sad day?
That's for debate.
So, any other questions? All right, we got another.
Oh, okay.
Another for Buddy.
You know, I have a whole dedicated Q&A session, like, on Sunday, I think.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it would be good if I could get out of it. It's more sleep for me, so yeah.
We're going to assume that you have a real life outside of the suit.
Yep.
So when you are talking, or if coworkers catch wind of your weekend, are they ever like, oh wait, whoa, you did what this weekend, and how do you explain it?
Well, they know I went camping, so... And they know that I'm not a camping kind of guy, so we'll just talk about all of the challenges of camping. Yep.
Not the challenges of camping with furries.
Otherwise, it's either an artist or performers convention or another one of my ballroom. Oh yeah, I'm a ballroom dancer outside of the suit as well.
Yeah, I guess that's a better question. So, same question, but not camping, but at a regular convention. So how do you explain that to your coworkers?
I call it an artist and performers convention, which is true, because it's a whole bunch of artists, performers, and those that support them. Yep.
So what's your day job?
So I am a CPA in the state of New York. I used to do audits of public company.
And a lot of used tos.
All the used tos because I recently made a switch into human resources for recruiting. Yep. And I recruit specifically underrepresented minorities.
So you went from the
Black
complete
people.
double to the I'll get your job and work for the man.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's for the same company, and I really enjoy working for them. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
Is that over the phone?
What?
Is that over the phone?
No, it's not over the phone.
What,
All right.
recruiting?
Do you work over the phone very often with the human resources?
Oh, not that much. Most of the work that I do is in person, actually. So I go to conferences and different conventions and whatnot, or I go onto campuses, or at least tell people how to recruit on campus. So,
You
yeah.
ever accidentally fall into character, like just get all excited and just accidentally be like, hi, how you doing?
Oh, God.
Hey, I'm Buddy. What?
I haven't, but I know some people who have.
Drop some names.
No.
Drop name.
Drop
Buddy.
names.
No. No.
Everyone
it's-
but me.
What actually happens to me more often is that Buddy will talk in my head, and I go, "Shut up, Buddy." Seriously, like somebody will say something that Buddy can react to, and he'll say it in my mind, and then it's up to me to not say it out loud. Yep.
The voice is in your head.
Yep. And so by putting the mask on, it removes that filter entirely. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Exactly. Then that's how accidents happen. See? And that's how it
Bring
works.
this to you as a GOH.
Yep.
Any other questions for any of our wonderful
By
GOHs?
inviting me, you've effectively removed
Buddy or Husky now? Anybody?
My name is Buddy.
It is.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Any other questions? All right, we got one? You're just waving? All right. Is there any other questions going once? Twice?
All right, I'll ask a question.
Oh!
Hey, this guy.
400.
This guy over here. What's your question, yo?
Okay, buddy, you said that you do ballroom dancing competitively outside of this. What have you accomplished in that? I'm interested.
What?
What have you accomplished in ballroom dancing outside of the world that we see you in?
Oh, okay. Well, I started ballroom dancing when I was in college, about 8 years ago, and I had grown through the entire ranks within what's called syllabus within USA Dance. So it's a recognized sport within USA Dance and the Olympic Committee. And I've gone from all the newcomer stages to intermediate to advanced, and now I dance at the 2 highest levels that you can as an amateur in the entirety of the United States, pre-championship and championship dancing. I actually was at Nationals about 4 weeks ago, and I was a competitor within 2 very challenging pre-championship events, and was a national finalist in a championship event for a specified niche of dancing.
So I got a question for that. How did you get into that whole realm?
It actually is the same answer for how did I get into mascotting overall. So NYU is the way that I got into being a furry, but how did I get into mascotting to begin with is another story. Just like all of my stories are other stories.
I have another one.
I'm asking about dancing, not mascotting.
Right, but it happens in exactly the same fashion.
I
I was not a really athletic kid when I was growing up, more along the scrawny side as opposed to the Humpty Dumpty side. So,
like everywhere.
No, I wasn't going to say that!
Wow.
Wow!
Oh.
But he was thinking.
I was not thinking that! Oh, man.
You know what? I know where you sleep at night. I'm just saying.
Anyway, so I decided to go into New York to go to the campus ahead of the school year, and I went to the athletic facility and said, I'm going to do something for myself to become more athletic. Yep. And so I went to the campus gym, I opened up the pamphlet, and in alphabetical order it said Latin and ballroom dancing and mascots, and said, oh, that looks cool, I'm going to try those. And literally that's how it was born. I could otherwise become like a really, really good rugby and soccer player, who knows, if it was a different page.
Do you do, like, whenever you do ballroom dancing, do you do it by yourself, or do you do it in pairs, or what?
He dances by himself.
Dancing with myself.
No, it is a partner dance. So that actually is part of the challenge of overall.
A better question is, how did you sucker someone into dancing with you?
He put on the buddy costume.
No, that would drive people away.
What other? Have you done any other dancing other than ballroom?
Well, I can fake b-boy, I can fake hip-hop, I can fake tut, I can fake a lot of things, but I actually haven't done any formal dancing aside from that. So people could actually do jazz, tap, and ballet. I'm really impressed by it. Yeah.
What do you look like under your suit?
Oh no!
Oh!
Put it back up.
What happened?
You ruined.
So I got a question for you, Jimmy. Jimmy, why are you still on stage?
Because I'm very comfortable.
be fair, those chairs are pretty comfortable.
They're actually surprising.
Are there any questions from the audience?
I think we're good.
Anybody? Questions for the GOHs? Anybody?
What?
Any questions for the people on stage?
Negotiate with Comedy Central to do Dancing with the Furs.
All right, well, I think we got it. Thank you all for your time. Thanks for coming.
Thank you guys. I'm working on it.
Hurry up, please,
Woo! Come to my show tomorrow night.
I can't.
Go to all
Do it.
events.
No, you won't make a CD.
I will make a CD if you come.
Bullshit. Well, that's